Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The great timeout. The chase that left viewers fuming. It was a typical Wednesday evening, the kettle boiled, biscuits lined up, and millions of viewers tuned into the chase, expecting another thrilling match of minds. But what they got instead was a cocktail of frustration, disbelief, and one mistinged press of a button that would go down in quiz show infamy. At the helm, as ever, was Bradley Walsh, all smiles and sharp suits, welcoming four fresh faces to take on the formidable Paul, the Sinnerman Sinha. Their mission: outwit the chaser, beat the clock, and take home some cash. First up was Jim, who entered the arena with calm determination, until it all went wrong. Despite putting up a decent fight in the cash builder, he returned empty-handed, tripped up by a pair of medical questions. Viewers quickly took to social media in outrage. 2 medical questions against a doctor. That's not fair. One user fumed. Give him a maths question and ask Mark Labbit about botany for once. The sentiment echoed far and wide. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were suspicious. "Do the producers forget we're watching too?" asked another. "We know Paul's a doctor. Maybe let the contestants answer a medical question once in a while." But the night's true drama came in the form of Chantal. Chantal, a head of facilities worker from Hampshire, had started strong. She'd racked up a solid £7,000 in her cash builder, sharp, quick, confident. Bradley cheered her on, eyebrows raised in approval. Viewers were impressed. This woman meant business. Then came the head-to-head. Paul sat across from her, composed as ever, like a man who had already read the end of the book. The game began and Chantal held her own, until that moment. It was the final question. One right answer, and she was through to the final chase. The clock was ticking. 10 seconds. 9. 8. She stared at the screen. 7. 6. Her hand hovered. 5. 4. 3. And then nothing. Not a single button pressed. Time ran out. The studio went silent. Bradley blinked. "Oh, Chantal, all you had to do was guess something," he said gently, voice tinged with sympathy. Social media, however, had no such patience. "Well, that was an own goal if I've ever seen one," one viewer blasted. "Who runs out of time on the last asterisk question?" Another was less forgiving. Catatonic. She went completely catatonic. "It's a quiz show. Love, not meditation class." A third declared, "There is simply no excuse for timing out. If it's multiple choice, you have a 1 in 3 chance. Press anything." Despite the sympathy from some corners, the tide of frustration was undeniable. What had seemed like a promising run became a cautionary tale in the importance of pressing buttons, even if you're unsure. Meanwhile, Max and Alice quietly advanced, driving the team's remaining hopes into the final chase. Between them, they'd earned £10,000. Not a fortune, but respectable enough. All they had to do now was beat the Sinnerman. 12 steps. That's all they could manage. Even Bradley seemed to wince slightly as the final score appeared on screen. "Well," he said, still smiling, "you'd have lost no matter what the questions were." Paul Sinha, ever polite in his victory, admitted the low score had given him plenty of time to think about his answers. And he used that time well. He didn't miss a single question, catching the pair with 53 seconds left on the clock. Viewers groaned. "That wasn't a final chase, that was a warm-up lap for Paul," someone tweeted. "He made it look way too easy." As the credits rolled, Fans were still dissecting the episode, still marvelling at Chantal's silent downfall. But amid the frustration, there was something oddly relatable about it all. We've all had a brain freeze. We've all hesitated too long. We've all sat on the edge of a big moment, only to blank at the worst possible time. In the end, maybe Chantal didn't just play a quiz show. Maybe she became a symbol for panic, for pressure, for the terrifying tyranny of a ticking clock. Or maybe she just forgot to press the button. Want a snarkier version next time? Or maybe one told from Chantal's point of view for fun?